CompTIA SecAI Plus, often shortened to SecAI Plus, is built around one of the biggest changes in cybersecurity right now. Artificial intelligence is no longer just an experimental tool or a future trend. It is being placed inside business systems, security tools, cloud platforms, development pipelines, and everyday workflows. That means security professionals need to understand more than how attackers might use artificial intelligence. They also need to understand how to protect artificial intelligence systems, govern their use, monitor their behavior, and apply them responsibly inside security operations. This episode is part of the Monday Certified feature from Bare Metal Cyber Magazine, and today we are looking at where this certification fits, who should consider it, what the exam is really testing, and how early career professionals can prepare without getting lost in hype.
If this certification is on your study list, a free and complete audio course is available in the Bare Metal Cyber Academy at baremetalcyber.com, complete with a study guide and a second ebook featuring 1,000 flashcard questions. The Bare Metal Cyber Academy includes connected resources for this certification, including a free audio course developed by Bare Metal Cyber, a study guide available in print and ebook formats, and a flashcards ebook. Those resources are designed to support flexible study, especially for people who need to prepare around work, family, and everything else that competes for attention.
SecA Plus is issued by CompTIA, one of the best-known vendor-neutral certification providers in information technology and cybersecurity. Unlike a platform-specific artificial intelligence credential, this certification is not centered on one cloud provider, one model vendor, or one development framework. Its focus is broader. It looks at how cybersecurity professionals should understand, secure, monitor, and govern artificial intelligence-enabled systems across real enterprise environments.
The credential is best understood as an intermediate and specialized cybersecurity certification. It is not really meant to be someone's very first step into information technology or cybersecurity. CompTIA recommends that candidates already have several years of information technology experience, including hands-on cybersecurity exposure. That matters because the exam assumes the learner can already understand security operations, risk, infrastructure, data protection, identity, cloud environments, and incident response at a working level.
The best fit audience includes security analysts, security engineers, cloud security professionals, DevSecOps practitioners, governance and risk professionals, and technical team members who are starting to support artificial intelligence-enabled tools or artificial intelligence-powered business systems. It can also make sense for people who already hold Security Plus, SciSec Plus, Pentest Plus, or similar credentials, and now want to add a focused artificial intelligence security layer to their skill set.
This certification is especially relevant for professionals who are seeing artificial intelligence appear inside their daily work, even if they do not have artificial intelligence in their job title. A security analyst using artificial intelligence-assisted detection, a cloud engineer protecting an artificial intelligence workload, a risk analyst reviewing model governance, and an application security practitioner evaluating prompt injection risk may all be moving into the territory this exam covers.
CompTIA has long occupied an important place in the certification market because its credentials are broadly vendor-neutral and widely understood by employers. Certifications such as A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, SciSA Plus, Pentest Plus, Cloud Plus, and Security X are often used to signal practical knowledge across information technology support, networking, cybersecurity operations, offensive security, cloud, and advanced security work. SecAI Plus fits into that same ecosystem, but it is more targeted than the broad entry and mid-career certifications many candidates already know.
The market value of a CompTIA credential usually comes from its practical positioning. Employers often understand what a CompTIA certification is trying to validate because the objectives are built around job tasks, technical knowledge, and applied scenarios, rather than one company's product stack. That is important for artificial intelligence security because the field is moving quickly. Many organizations are using a mix of commercial artificial intelligence services, cloud-based artificial intelligence tools, internal models, third-party integrations, and artificial intelligence-enabled security platforms.
CompTIA keeps certifications current through exam versions, objectives, role alignment, and periodic refresh cycles. This exam uses the code CY001, and it fits the continuing education model used across many CompTIA cybersecurity credentials. Like other continuing education certifications from the organization, it is maintained over a 3-year renewal cycle through approved learning, professional development, or other continuing education activities.
Within the broader CompTIA pathway, this credential is not a replacement for Security Plus, CISA Plus, or Pentest Plus. It is better viewed as a specialized expansion credential. Security Plus builds the foundation. CISA Plus emphasizes monitoring and analysis. Pentest Plus covers offensive testing and adversarial thinking. This certification adds artificial intelligence-specific security depth across those areas.
The exam is built around 4 major areas. The first is basic artificial intelligence concepts related to cybersecurity. The second is securing artificial intelligence systems. The third is artificial intelligence-assisted security. The fourth is artificial intelligence governance, risk, and compliance. The largest share of the exam is focused on securing artificial intelligence systems, which is a useful clue about the certification's real purpose. This is not a data science exam pretending to be a security exam. It is a cybersecurity exam focused on what happens when artificial intelligence becomes part of the environment that must be protected.
A candidate should expect the exam to test whether they understand artificial intelligence at the level a security professional needs. That includes concepts such as machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, automation, models, training data, inference, and the artificial intelligence lifecycle. But the exam is not likely to reward memorizing academic definitions without understanding how those concepts affect risk, controls, monitoring, and operational decisions.
The first area, basic artificial intelligence concepts related to cybersecurity, asks whether the learner understands what artificial intelligence is, how it is used in security, and how attackers may use it. The second area, securing artificial intelligence systems, looks at how to protect data, models, pipelines, deployment environments, and artificial intelligence infrastructure. The third area, artificial intelligence-assisted security, covers how artificial intelligence can support detection, triage, analysis, incident response, workflow automation, and monitoring. The fourth area, governance, risk, and compliance, focuses on how organizations manage responsible artificial intelligence use, regulatory expectations, ethical concerns, and life cycle risk.
The exam rewards applied thinking. A learner needs to understand how a security team would evaluate an artificial intelligence deployment, identify risks in a model pipeline, respond to artificial intelligence-enabled abuse, secure sensitive training data, review access to artificial intelligence services, and weigh trade-offs between automation, speed, explainability, privacy, and control. That means the test is less about asking what a term means and more about asking what a security professional should do in a specific situation. One common misconception is that this certification is mainly about using artificial intelligence tools to do security work faster. That is only part of the story. Artificial intelligence-assisted security is a real topic, but the certification also asks whether candidates can protect artificial intelligence systems themselves. Another misconception is that the exam is only for engineers building models. In reality, it is much more aligned with cybersecurity operations, secure deployment, governance, and risk management.
The current exam uses a maximum of 60 questions, a 60-minute time limit, and a mix of multiple choice and performance-based questions. The passing score is 600 on a scale from 100 to 900. That format suggests candidates should be ready for a quick pace and should not expect the exam to be only definition-based. Performance-based questions usually require more practical judgment, so time management matters.
A good preparation plan starts by building a plain English understanding of artificial intelligence systems before diving into security controls. Learners do not need to become machine learning engineers, but they should understand the basic life cycle of data, models, training, deployment, inference, monitoring, and update cycles. If those ideas are fuzzy, later topics such as data poisoning, prompt injection, model theft, output adversarial testing become much harder to reason through.
A practical study path begins with vocabulary, but it should not end there. Learn the artificial intelligence security terms well enough to explain them simply. Then connect each concept to a security concern, such as confidentiality, integrity, availability, privacy, abuse, or operational risk. From there, study the exam domains and give extra attention to securing artificial intelligence systems. Then move into scenario questions that require choosing the best control, the best response, or the best risk decision. Hands-on practice is useful when available, but the goal is not just tool familiarity. A candidate should practice thinking through workflows. Where does sensitive data enter the system? Who can access the model? How are outputs monitored? How is automation approved? How are logs reviewed? How do governance teams document risk decisions? This is where discussion, case studies, and scenario review can be just as valuable as technical labs.
For busy professionals, the bare metal Cyber Academy resources can fit naturally into that preparation rhythm. The free audio course can help learners build familiarity during commutes, workouts, or low-focus review time. The study guide can provide the structured reading needed to connect concepts and exam domains. The flashcards ebook can support repeated review of key terms, control ideas, and decision points before test day.
Candidates should be careful not to spend all their time on the most exciting topics. Prompt injection, generative artificial intelligence misuse, and attacker automation are important, but the exam also covers governance, compliance, risk, deployment environments, monitoring, and responsible use. A balanced plan is better than chasing only the topics that appear most often in artificial intelligence news.
The final phase of preparation should focus on confidence and pacing. Practice answering questions under time pressure. Review why wrong answers are wrong. Keep a short list of weak areas and revisit them daily. If a scenario includes governance, operational impact, and technical controls, slow down just enough to identify what role the question is asking you to play. You may need to think like an analyst, an engineer, a risk professional, or a security decision maker.
This certification can support roles where cybersecurity and artificial intelligence are starting to overlap. That includes security analyst, security engineer, cloud security analyst, DevSecOps practitioner, security architect, risk analyst, compliance analyst, and security operations professional. It may be especially useful for people whose organizations are adopting artificial intelligence faster than they are formalizing artificial intelligence security processes.
Hiring managers are likely to view the credential as a signal of specialization rather than as a replacement for core cybersecurity experience. On its own, it probably will not substitute for foundational security knowledge. Paired with Security Plus, CISA Plus, Pentest Plus, Cloud Experience, GRC Experience, or hands-on security operations work, it can help show that the candidate is paying attention to where the field is moving.
For early career professionals, timing matters. Someone brand new to information technology may be better served by A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, or a Cloud Fundamentals path first. Someone already working in cybersecurity operations, cloud security, application security, or risk management may find this credential more relevant because they can attach the artificial intelligence security concepts to real systems and real responsibilities.
After this certification, a learner might continue toward deeper cloud security, security architecture, advanced cybersecurity operations, artificial intelligence governance, or risk leadership. Good alternatives depend on the person's goals. If they want broad entry-level security credibility, artificial intelligence or cloud artificial intelligence certification may be more appropriate.
SecAI Plus makes the most sense for professionals who already understand cybersecurity fundamentals and now need to deal with artificial intelligence as part of real security work. It is not just about using artificial intelligence tools, and it is not a pure machine learning credential. It sits in the practical middle, securing artificial intelligence systems, using artificial intelligence responsibly in security operations, and managing the risks that come with adoption. For learners at the right stage, the Bare Metal Cyber Academy resources can provide a flexible way to study the topic through structured audio, reading, and review.
Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit baremetalcyber.com.